on?
Yes. Say
Okay.
good morning.
Hi, good morning. Allison Cohen. We're getting ready to go on the air live. I've got Maria Noriega from Autism Behavioral Services
Good morning.
here. We're getting geared up for a great show today. We've got Meadows calling in from San Diego, California. He's a rapper. He's going to talk about charity and the movement that he's involved in. We're all part of a wonderful movement regarding autism services, and we're excited about what we're doing here today. So we're going to get ready to do the show, and it's all good on Legalese.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Give it, set the,
Look at our Jewish stars.
Yeah.
There we go. It's all good here on Legalese this
That's right.
morning. Yeah, we don't get to wear what we need.
Do it,
It's
Josh.
going to work perfectly well.
I didn't mind.
try it again. Second. There it goes.
Yeah, but it's not any better.
It's not giving you the full screen. You close that. Oh, let's finish. Okay. What's that? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hi, good morning. I'm attorney Allison Cohen, Lady Law from Cohen Law Services. So glad to be here today. Legalese, News Radio 580 AM, 94.9 FM, Worcester's news, weather, and traffic station. Number to the studio, 508-755-0058. Number to my office, 508-366-8805. You can find me on the web at cohenlawservices.com. We've got an incredible show today for a number of reasons. I don't really know where to begin, but to say that I've been very blessed in the last 2 months. I've been blessed in the last 11 years. Today is my daughter Sophia's birthday, and everybody who listens to this show knows I have a little girl who has a dual disability. She has Down syndrome. She's also legally blind. She's the glue that holds my gaggle together, and she's just a great kid. I've learned more from her than I could ever imagine. And on that theme, we've been working really hard towards special needs awareness. Part of that has now included a real movement in the autism community. I also have a nephew who is on the spectrum, so it's all near and dear to my heart. And many years ago when Sophia was born, I felt a pathway towards what special needs awareness means, how we can get the folks out there to understand what we're doing, what children who have special needs are all about. We've now changed that or moved that along from awareness to acceptance. And this has been really due in part to the wonderful services behind and the mastermind behind Autism Behavioral Services, Nassim Audi, who is the CEO and founder, his entire team. He works with such great people. I've got Maria Noriega here today. She's the clinical director. Nassim was supposed to be here, unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond his control. He wasn't able to join us in the studios, but he is absolutely here with us in spirit. We are streaming this live. It is on Facebook. You can go to the Lady Law page. You're going to see it through our capable techs that have now hooked up all of their equipment. This is an exciting new thing for us here on Legalese, and it's going to be a great show. So if you missed the promos, you've already missed a lot, but I'm going to catch you up. We're going to talk with Maria Noriega from Autism Behavioral Services. She's going to talk about the great work that they're doing. We've done a blog recently on the difference in service providers. It's important to know what your care team looks like, who you're going to for treatment, how you vet the right folks, and I can tell you ABS is clearly the right folks. Then we've got an interesting twist to this story. Vrsytal Meadows, who is a rapper, is going to be calling in from San Diego at 8:30 his time, 11:30 our time. He's going to talk about what he's doing, a song that he has created, a video that he has created in furtherance of a charity that he has chosen, which happens to be a charity for autism. We're going to get into all the exciting stuff. So go tell your neighbors, go tell your friends, Tune in to 94.9 FM. We're streaming live on iHeartRadio, of course, heard across the country. So I'm going to take it right over, and I'm going to introduce our lovely guest, Maria Noriega. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning, honey. So I'm glad you're here, first of all.
Thank you.
And I mentioned that we're all in the same, land here. We've got good prayer power. We've got good folks here. And I think we're all doing work that I feel is in an area where we're being blessed to do it. We've been drawn to it, and we're being blessed to do it. So,
Absolutely, 100%.
so tell the listeners, give us a little bit about your background. Who are you, and what are you doing at ABS?
So I am the clinical director, which means I manage basically, everything. I manage the BCBAs, and therefore I manage almost all of the direct care providers. So getting the care that we provide, which is fantastic. I absolutely love my job. I love waking up every morning and going to work and having a lot of go, go, go. My day starts usually at 8 a.m. and it doesn't end until 8 p.m. But it is absolutely fantastic. I talk to parents every day, and I get to, all of the families that I am the direct BCBA for, I tell them, I am here for you and nobody else other than you. So if you really have to call me every other 10 minutes to ask me questions, that's fine. You may not always get me, but leave me a voicemail.
So Maria, this is great stuff, and I can see the passion in your eyes, and I love it, and you're excited, and having spent some time with Nassim, and having spent some time with David Labby, I know the great work that you folks are doing, and it's just a privilege and honor for me to be working with all of you in terms of this autism awareness to autism acceptance movement that we're all involved in right now. So the clinical director, which is a big title for a lot of roles that you play, but I want to break it down a little bit, because part of what I do on the show is, not that I don't have a very competent and very intelligent listening audience, I clearly do, but we like to break down a lot of the mumbo jumbo, because right now we're in a world where everything's acronyms.
Yep.
So explain to us what a BCBA, first of all, what it means, what it stands for, and what exactly the training is that's required for that role.
Okay, absolutely. So BCBA stands for Board Certified Behavior Analyst, and this is a graduate level certification, which means you have undergone, undergraduate studies in a related field, and then you get a master's degree in a related field. It's usually best for you to do a master's in ABA, but you don't have to. After you complete your graduate work, you simultaneously complete hours of clinical supervision, or where you're mentored by somebody, and you literally take on a case or multiple cases depending on where it is that you're doing your clinical mentoring. And depending on the program, you may do anywhere from 750 hours to 2,000 hours of direct work, and
Which gives you a lot of experience and a lot of training, which is incredibly important for what you're doing, because you're working with families, you're working with children who are on the spectrum. And so the idea of the designation, to me, and understanding the credentialing is hugely important, because the BCBA, along with the BCBAD for the doctorate level, you're at the highest level of the service provider.
Yeah.
And it's an important thing for the hierarchy, because whenever you're getting people to treat your child, you want to make sure that they're clearly credentialed, that they've got the skills, that they've got the background necessary. So when you first decided to accept a position with ABS, what was your motivating reason for doing it?
basically the families. And I always go back to when I started in the field way back when I was 18 years old. And there's nothing better than to go in there, and there's always this look in the parent's face that they get when I get in there and I tell them, you know what, I got it. It's okay. I've seen 100% worse. I've seen better. There's nothing in here that I have not seen before. I am not grossed out by, whatever it is that you're about to tell me. It's perfectly fine. And
And you know what's cute about that? When you said that you've seen worse, you've seen better. Every child is different. Nassim said on the last show, which I loved, he said, if you've met one child with autism, you've met one child with autism.
Absolutely.
So the spectrum is wide, it varies. And
Yep.
you guys are trained to manage all of the different parts of that, what
Right.
that looks like. So if you have to think about challenges, what is your greatest challenge?
So my greatest challenge, and it's every day, literally, I am very, very short stature.
Which you wouldn't know. First of all, she's a beautiful girl. I mean, the
Thank you.
people, we're streaming live now, so everyone can see her. She's a beautiful girl. She said she's got high heels on, but she looks normal average height to me. But okay, we'll go with it. Yes.
But I am short, so whenever it is that I go into a first session and I'm obviously wearing flats, I cannot wear heels to a session, and I come in with like a big old bag of toys, and it's just me. And parents usually have that they're taken aback by, can you manage my child?
Right.
And usually it takes 1 or 2 sessions, and they're like, okay, yeah, you can do it. I've provided care for children as tall as 6'3", and they can literally take me down if they wanted to. But usually, by the time you get into the home, you have already done this so much, and you have already seen everything.
Which is why the skill set, the education, the training is so incredibly important. That's part of the awareness piece in terms of the service provider that we were focusing on this week in our blog. And Maria, you're not going to believe it, honey. We're already up against a break. I told you this show goes fast.
No
Okay,
problem.
so please, folks, don't go anywhere. There's so much more to come. You're listening to Lady Law on Legalese, News Radio 580 AM, 94.9 FM. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is wonderful.
Let's have Sophia. Sophia, you guys come in the break. Come on in. So everybody's here. Come say hi. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Hi. Bring the balloons.
Whoop.
Let's do a little. Maybe we can do a little happy birthday to Sophia. Go over, stand by mom. Bring the balloons. Sophia's sister Michaela, brother Ben.
All right, sweet girl.
All right.
You want to sing a nice happy birthday
Sophia's
to you?
11th birthday today.
How do you feel, Soaps?
Tell the world,
How do you
Sophia.
feel? Pretty good? Yeah.
Say thank you. I gotta put the,
Let's
okay.
go to the
All right. Can
radio.
we sing? We want to sing happy birthday to you.
You ready, Soaps? We're gonna sing
Ready,
happy birthday.
Sophia?
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sophia. Happy birthday to you. Sophia, look at here. Wave to everybody. Say thank you. Wave. Everybody who's here and everybody who's watching from here.
I
See?
want to talk to God.
Yes, you want to tell them thank you very much for this wonderful day?
I praise the Lord to raise my arm.
There you go. Having a beautiful day. Thank him for your birth, and I thank him too,
I
Soaps.
want him jail.
What? She's in crazy. All right, give me 5-5. Come on, girlfriend. So what are we going to do for your birthday?
I don't know.
You don't know. What about ice cream?
I just want to be on TV.
You want to be on TV? You are on TV.
You're on TV right now, Sophs.
Can't see it, right?
I'm okay.
You're all right. All right, honey. So we're going to do another couple of segments. We're going to come back and talk to you, right? All right. What, you're sitting down? You can take over? I can leave. Maria's lovely. She's a natural, honey. You can ask her. All right?
I want.
Say hi, Dave. Nobody ever sees the face
Yeah, this
behind
is
that great
Mr.
voice.
Russell.
Say
God
hello
bless
to
him.
everybody.
Doing great
Hi.
stuff for us.
Nice to
Yes.
be part of this show.
Glad to have you, Dave.
Yes.
The captain of this ship for over 4 years now here on Legalese. So we're very blessed to have Dave Russell as the producer.
This is stuff that pieces of the music.
Stop the music. Got my son in the action too, so it's the whole family out today. All right, guys.
All right, you
Yeah,
guys.
we're
Thank
gonna
you. We
come
got to
back
get
on.
out
We'll
so
see
we
you.
can
All
start
right.
the next set.
All right, cutie. Thank you, buddy.
I'm gonna keep this right here.
Got about 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Subs. Come on, you can take that out with you if you want. Subs, take your balloons. You come back.
She's
all
on
right, honey?
TV.
Come on, sweetie. You got
Yep.
it.
You guys are all on
Come on,
TV right
kissy.
now.
Quick kissy, quick kissy.
Over here, Ben. Say hi.
Love you.
Hi.
Hi to the world.
I'm on
Yay.
TV. No, I'm on TV.
All right.
She's adorable.
She's so funny. She's got a great personality. All right, we're coming back. Here we go. All right, folks, welcome back. You're listening to Lady Law, Legalese, News Radio 580 AM, 94.9 FM, Worcester's news, weather, and traffic station. Number to the studio, 508-755-0058. I was just joined in the studio by my daughter, Sophia. God bless her. She's hilarious. She says things all the time. I don't know where they come from. She's a great kid. She is truly the glue that holds us together. Today is her 11th birthday, and I'm glad that she has joined us here. We're here with Maria Noriega from Autism Behavioral Services. are having a great day because it's about awareness. Awareness has led to acceptance. Acceptance has led to love. This is the movement that we are working towards together as a community of family members, as a community of parents. It's very personal to me, obviously, but you don't have to have a child on the spectrum. You don't have to have a child who has Down syndrome to understand what it means to have a challenge that's laid out before you. 1 in 5 individuals today in this country are living with a disability, so it affects this entire country. We need to get on the train together. Awareness leads to acceptance, acceptance being the highest form of love. And that was what my daughter was trying to translate there when she was streaming live, to thank God really for her birth, which I do every single day. So Maria, talk to me in terms of your organization, what are the different programs that you all offer?
So our organization is very, very different from all others because what we offer is it's a tiered model. Basically, we have our 0 to 5 program, and then we have our 6 till about age 12 program, which is still divided within like each little group according to, ability, skill level, and still age. Then we have our Teens Adapt, which is like the tween age.
Right.
Really. And they are fantastic.
I've got a tween, so I know all about it. Yes, all right.
They're a fantastic group. And then we have our LIT group, which is our leaders in training. They're above age 14, most of them. And they are, really getting into the harder stuff of, you have this diagnosis, but you're in high school. And with the diagnosis comes, sometimes stigmatism.
Right.
And, and just having them accept the fact that, it is part of who you are.
Right.
And just because you have this diagnosis, it doesn't mean that you cannot, go get a job. You cannot help others. Any of that. It means you have challenges, but given the right support, you can, overcome all of that.
Now, part of the piece that we've been talking about as well, Maria, is this idea that, 1 in 68 children now are diagnosed on the spectrum. You're saying this idea of getting a diagnosis, it can be a really hard thing for a parent to accept. And what the song is that Meadows has done, which is just awesome, Born This Way, getting towards acceptance is, to me, one of the most important pieces to understand. We're all created different. God's brought us here. Everybody's got a reason. We've all got a path. How do we transition that with integrity? So in terms of your interaction with the parents, what do you find the most challenging part in managing with the families and what they're going through?
So I've gone through families from, the minute they get the diagnosis to all the way they are exiting out of their IEP and or they're turning 18 and, legal guardianship and all that stuff.
Right.
So it's actually very interesting. The first, what I can think of is the most challenging is accepting that diagnosis. I've gone into homes where parents are like, no, I want my child integrated within this many years. And I'm like, okay, I will definitely help you work towards that. But you also have to understand that given the diagnosis, they will forever have, adapted curriculum and accommodations.
Right.
So forcing all of these things onto your child may not always be what they need.
Right.
So that is one of the things that I constantly have to work on with parents. And sometimes it's a very soft approach. Sometimes you kind of have to, have a little bit more of authoritative, approach towards parents because they have to. It's embracing the diagnosis
Right.
and embracing your child is a very, very unique journey for each parent.
Right.
I cannot go in there and be extremely soft with every single parent, or I cannot be authoritative with every single parent. You have to really play it by ear from what you have seen in the home. And that's why I love what we do at ABS. We provide center-based services, but also home-based services, so that we do have that other side. We see what it is in the home.
So you've got a one-on-one
Yeah.
therapy that you provide. It could be in the home, it could be at the clinic,
Yeah.
it could be both.
Mhm.
So it's really adapting the program to the child, which is what makes it so special. When you look at, and originally when Sophs was born, I immediately went to work, and so I got a care team in place. And at the time, you're operating from a place of fear. You are.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know what this picture is going to look like. What's this journey? What's the path? And so the physical therapist, the occupational therapist, the speech therapist, the vision therapist, all of these wonderful people. And this is also, guys, a call to action, because come on out, you know, kids that are going into college, start entering these fields. We need so many more people working in these fields. I can't begin to tell you, because as the population grows and as, you know, folks with disabilities are mainstreaming into our entire lifestyle and our population, we need people to service them all the way through. But when you put that piece together with what you do at ABS, how does it all work? How does the puzzle fit together?
So we do a lot of collaboration. When I mean a lot, I literally exchange emails with SLPs, OTs every single day.
Okay, wait, and I'm going to make you break it down for us, okay?
Yes.
Because we did this in our blog, but I'm going to hear it from you, because you have a lot of knowledge and understanding of the different designations. So SLP stands for what?
Speech and language pathologists.
Okay,
So they're, once again, graduate level clinician
right?
who has, you know, wide variety of knowledge on, you know, speech and language disorders, and something as simple as a stutter to all the way to this child is non-vocal verbal.
Right, so maybe the activities of daily living, how do you communicate, how do you use a phone?
Right.
Certain things with swallowing, I know for Sophie,
Right.
my own personal experience, because children with Down syndrome have very high palates.
Yeah.
It's important to make sure that the liquids that they're swallowing is going down the right
Right.
place. So they
Right.
prevent choking to a certain extent, and you know, oral motor, which is a huge part, I feel, of the SLP. Okay, so we touched on the SLP, and you said the OT, which we know is the occupational therapist, but tell us what they do.
So what they do is they kind of break down somebody's day according to like what they call occupation. So
Right.
they see what has to be done and what within your body is not currently, you know, helping you get there. So something as simple as zipping up your jacket. What do you need? You need a pincer grasp. What muscles are engaged in that pincer grasp? Your wrist has to change its
Right.
the way it points. So all of these things that otherwise you really wouldn't think about. So
The
they're-
fine motor skills, right, as opposed to the different motor skills that you may need from a physical therapist, right?
Absolutely.
Go on, you're on a roll, Maria, don't stop there.
So physical therapists look at, you know, gross motor, which is the larger muscle groups.
Right.
So anything from jumping, balancing, and all of these things, that is what a physical therapist also does. And they also, physical therapists are fantastic in the way that they know the human body so well. Even like athletes who have been injured, they go to physical
Absolutely.
therapy because they need to rehabilitate that muscle group.
Highly educated. I just want to let the listeners know, if you've just tuned in, you've missed a lot. It's okay. We've got everything podcasted on Cohen Law Services website. It's also podcasted on WTAG. If you've got a question for Maria Noriega from Autism Behavioral Services, feel free to call us at 508-755-0058. You can, of course, email me questions at attorneys@cohenlawservices.com. We get a lot of them after the shows. I'm grateful for all of the listeners that are out there. Of course, iHeartRadio is streaming us live across the country, so this is exciting stuff. Maria, you're doing a great job. She was a little nervous before she came on. I'm not sure why. She's a natural. So we talked a little bit about the different groups and how ultimately you are servicing them. What do you see as a challenge maybe moving through the groups themselves?
So a lot of, you know, a daily challenge is getting everybody to work together. These are children who have very, very special needs. So one child with autism is not the same as another child with autism. So that is pardon me, that is a daily challenge
Right.
with everything that we do at ABS, because there may be multiple children that are working on like conversational skills, but somebody's conversational level may not be the exact same as another kiddo's conversational level. So we really have to, you know, make sure that that pair, that dyad of we're going to run this program actually makes sense. So it's constant, you know, adapting to
Right.
what is it that they need and what is it and what is their population.
So it's tailor-made programs and services provided to each child based on their needs. Needs that are always changing. Everything's fluid.
Yep.
Nothing stays put, which is normal. That's how life works. And typical children are the same way. It's just there are challenges there. I know that you had said, you know, obviously working with the nonverbal kids is a little bit more difficult because you're now trying to get them to learn some form of expression. Before we go to break, Maria, tell us a little bit, what is that piece like?
So that is also, like I said, a lot of collaboration with a speech and language pathologist, because sometimes kids who are non-vocal verbal, they have, sign language classes, or they have a communication device that is on an iPad and everything. And while I can teach the behaviors that, get them to utilize that iPad, I cannot program that iPad. I do not understand language the way a speech and language pathologist does. So that's why collaboration is fantastic in this field and something that we really, really need to work towards.
All right, you've heard it here on Legalese. It's always great stuff, great guests. When I come back after the break, folks, please don't go anywhere. We've got Vrsytal Meadows. He's going to be calling in from San Diego. He's a rapper. He is a cool guy. I've spent the last 4 days watching his video, listening to his song. It's all about autism awareness to autism acceptance. So please don't go anywhere. There's so much more to come. You're listening to Lady Law on News Radio 580 AM, 94.9 FM, Worcester's news, weather, and traffic station. We'll be right back. I know I'm getting up and I'm moving my clock
Okay.
so I can
Sorry.
just, no, you didn't do anything. You're doing great.
And then when you get back, tell them about the
Allison?
workshop.
Yes.
This is tangential, but I thought I'd just
Okay,
share it
thank
with
you.
you.
Just stop recording, yep, yep, stay.
When,
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
When
Knock it off.
you come back
Turn it
to
off.
interview this guy,
Yes.
at what point do you want his music?
Melanie, what point do you want to play?
Just at the beginning, remember we talked about when he's first coming on.
When he's first
Just the
there?
chorus part, yes.
Okay, so she'll come back to the regular music, and then,
Yes, as soon as he calls in, we can play his music, okay?
gotcha,
So-
okay.
And
Hopefully
tell
we
them
go
about
ahead.
the workshop for a
Yeah,
couple
so
of-
I've got a workshop
Mhm.
coming up September 10th for special needs planning. It's complimentary to all guests. Go on CohenLawServices.com website. Please register. We're going to have great people there, Autism Behavioral Services. We've got vendors coming. We've got speakers, myself included. I'm going to talk to you about the legal aspects of what it looks like to create trust, why planning is so important. I say each week on the show, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. I don't want that to happen to you. How much better can we do it if we're making it complimentary? So come on down, enjoy a breakfast, but learn about benefits, learn how to protect your government benefits, because there are certain things out there we don't want you to lose if you don't have proper planning techniques in place. Insurance is an important part of funding your plan. We've got Frank Morgan's coming down. He's going to talk to you about that piece. And we've got people coming from the Horace Mann Educational Associates, HMEA. They're going to talk to you about autism, the waiver, Eureka, all the things and the component parts that are important for you and for things that you need to know. And I just want to say that Dave Russell had just given this to me that just came out. And so this is really of interest, and it's very sad. But co-founder of Autism Speaks passes away in Connecticut. The organization, of course, that raised more than $570 million to fight autism has now shared the death of one of its founders on its website. Susan Wright and her husband, former NBC CEO Bob Wright, co-founded the group in 2005 after their grandson Christian was diagnosed with autism. Money raised by the charity is said to be most dedicated to science and research. Autism Speaks says Susan Wright had battled pancreatic cancer for 9 months. She was 69, so God rest her soul. This is one of these things where we say, we're all in it together, folks. We're here for a temporary basis, but we're working together as a team. And obviously, the impact that she had was just monumental. So this is huge, and I'm appreciative to Dave Russell for bringing it to our attention so that we can get it out there to the listeners.
Okay.
All right, coming back in just about a minute. Is
Okay,
that
that's
B?
V Meadows.
All right, B Meadows is coming up.
Do you want me to start the segment with his song or not?
Melly?
Yeah, let's play yes, let's start the segment with V's song. Let him
Okay.
know that we're going to do that. Be great. Just a little, the song itself, the video is like 4 minutes, so just let's play the chorus so everybody can hear it.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's what I have prepared.
Okay, fabulous. They can't hear it on here, unfortunately, but they can hear it on the radio.
Hi, welcome back, folks. Lady Law here on News Radio 580 AM, 94.9 FM, Worcester's news, weather, and traffic station. Number to the studio, 508-755-0058. Bringing us back to segment number 3, the show is flying by, is a song by this incredible man, God bless him, Vrsytal Meadows. He's a rapper. I've watched his video, I've heard his song. I'm telling you, I'm an emotional person, but this brought me really to tears. I had to get a couple of Kleenexes and a few boxes because what he captures in that video and what he captures with this song is incredible. And let me give you a quick background before I introduce him, because he's calling in from San Diego, and this is so exciting for us in legalese. So, V, he's a rapper. He receives a call from a video social network called Indie.com. Now, if you don't know what Indie is a video social network where everyone, artists, brands, retailers, nonprofits, celebrity, and individuals, they're going to connect with their fans. They're going to connect with their supporters to interact directly, and they're going to help use things like video challenges to raise awareness for exactly what's going on with V right now. So Indie.com asked V to create a music video to help kick off this challenge benefiting children's charities. As it turns out, there is National Child Awareness Month coming up in September, which is all good. It coincides with our workshop. I like it. It's all nice. So they asked V to create a music video. They want him to kick off this challenge benefiting children's charities. Now, V's a little bit of a veteran, folks, I'll tell you, because he's recently won 2 contests for Indie, including one to perform at San Diego's Chargers event, and Indie liked his style. Well, again, I've watched his video, Born to be Different, like 10 times, and in a word, his style is captivating. So, V, I want to welcome you to the show, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on.
My real name is
Everyone,
I'm hoping that everybody tunes in
audience and everyone knows what is happening right now with this autism awareness to autism acceptance movement, which you have become center stage, literally. I mean, I can't be more grateful and privileged to have you calling in this morning from California. So tell us how it all came to be, V. Give us the story, because everybody wants to know where we're going with this. The video that you produced was incredible, V. How long have you been rapping, my friend? Incredible. So you get a call from Indie.com to join the challenge benefiting children's charities. You make a decision to do it, but you haven't really selected your charity yet. How long do you have to select the charity and create the video?
Well, they had given me 2 weeks total.
Okay.
So, out of 2,000 charities, they had 4 examples. And one of those examples was when I saw that, I knew that that's what I was supposed to do. And that was basically because I had just spoken with, the two drivers about the kid. So I kind of knew. But,
You had that connection, V, right? God put it in you. You knew that was the road to take, my friend.
That is correct. I knew it was my calling because of the way it all happened, how it all went down. I just knew it's what I was supposed to do.
So your producer, V, Road Easy, he gets on board with you. You create this incredible song, this incredible video. When you hear the song, the beat is so, it's again, in a word, it's poetic, it's captivating. How did you think of it? Because it's not too hard, it's not too soft, it's just right.
Yeah, and that was important to me because I know that, there's people that don't listen to rap, and sometimes it's mainly because of the beat, the tune. So I needed something in between. So I listened to a couple of songs online. I got an idea, and I called them up and I said, hey, I want something like this. Let's work together to create a beat. So we went back and forth actually over the internet and over the phone to produce this beat. We produced this beat together, and once I got it to my liking, I knew it was the one I wanted. Now I did that the first week. They gave me 2 weeks, so the first week was the production of the beat and actually the interviews that I did with the 8 drivers that volunteered to interview with me because I didn't know much about autism.
So, and wait, V, I don't want to miss that point because that point's so huge because, of course, at the end of the video, you have those 8 families there that are shown. So you interviewed 8 families that had a child on the spectrum, and you were able to complete all of that, get all of their stories, and then go to production, write a song, and basically do that in all 2 weeks.
Yes, that is correct. Because the first week was taken up by production of the beat and the interview. But once I began writing, which was that Saturday, I came in my office, the office that I'm in right now, and I sat at my desk. I have a business out in El Cajon, California, called Rent a Charge, and basically just kind of sat here the whole day, and I wrote the song. And then Sunday, it just worked out fine to where I was able to get into the studio. I didn't even really know the song yet because I had just written it. So I had to have my printout in front of me when I actually went into the studio on Sunday. So I recorded the song. On Monday, I came up with a video concept because I produce and direct all my music videos. And I hired a videographer. Thank God to Emily Films, a really good film company to put things together. So I hired him to do the filming. So on Monday, I presented my concept to him. On Tuesday, we started recording, and on Wednesday, we were done. So in 5 days, I wrote the song and completed the recording of the music video in 5 days.
Yeah, and don't forget you uploaded it to indie.com. That's genius, V. It's incredible. I'm so privileged to have you on the show today, and I'm so excited about what you're doing. The photos of the families, to me, at the end, were incredibly moving. How did you come up with that idea in part one of this question? And I guess the second part would be, how do the families feel about it? Because it seems like they're on board with this idea of autism awareness to autism acceptance, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, you're referring to the pictures at the end of the video?
Yes.
Okay, well, the pictures is a concept that came by accident, actually. And after coming up with the concept of shooting the music video and how I was going to go about doing it, I actually had the parents send me some live footage that they had recorded of the kids, and we implemented that into the music video. But what happened is, I saw a picture of Tina. She's a driver, and I saw a picture of her where she was pregnant after I was looking at her website. And I just didn't really think anything else about it until something clicked in my head, and I remember seeing a picture of Eric's wife where she was pregnant. And I just kind of thought to myself, this whole song is about being born. So I went through and checked to see if the other parents had pictures of them when they were pregnant, and I had one other parent, and of course Noriega, he's a male, so I didn't have anything there. But yeah, that concept came about because of that, and it worked out great. People love it. I think that's one of the parts in the video that a lot of people break down on. at the end of the video.
Yes, it's definitely emotional. It's stylistic. There is such an expression. You're such an artist, V, on so many levels. I can't begin to tell you. We're almost up against a break, but I want you to stay with us, if you would, through the next 15 minutes of the show, because I have some more questions about the song. And individual bus drivers, how they came to be, how you went to interview them, what that was like, because that's, of course, a very important component part of what you did in this song. So we're going to take it out, but we're coming back. V, don't go anywhere. Folks, if you've just tuned in, you have missed a lot, but it's okay. Everything's being podcasted on Cohen Law Services website as well as WTAG. We're heard nationwide. We're streaming live on iHeart, which is the local station here, Worcester's News, Weather, and Traffic Station. Lady Law, Legalese, we'll be right back.
Cohen Law Services can help you put an action plan in place to ensure you, your family, and assets are protected. An action plan consists of documents such as a will, trust, healthcare proxy, or release, and power of attorney. Having a comprehensive action plan is the best way to make sure that you and your loved ones are properly taken care
He's
of.
still there. Tell
Cohen
him.
Law Services will design a specific
think we're
plan
all
that
set.
meets
Yes,
your
please
needs
do.
for years to
Tell him
come.
we'll be back in,
Call
what, 2 or 3
Cohen Law
minutes?
today
Okay,
at
sure.
508-366-8805 or at CohenLawServices.com.
The Hanover Theater presents the best upcoming Broadway season yet. Rogers and
Just wanted to let you know that our break will go another 2.5 minutes or so, and then we'll be back on. Okay?
Your hands covering this.
Yes.
Okay.
the musical
Thank you.
and Riverdance.
Okay,
Subscribe
you all
now.
Okay.
Can we play the song again, coming back in a little
I was
bit?
just going to ask.
Yes, we would like to, because they didn't hear it on the live feed.
Oh, okay.
For as low
Yep.
as 8 monthly payments of $35. Subscribers share the joy when they purchase additional tickets for the series at the same great price. And student subscribers save $159 to $285 per subscription. Think
Make
now
sure
for
you have V
holidays
tell how
and
people can
family
vote for him and
favorite
all
nights
that
out.
stuff.
Experience national Broadway shows right here in one of the top theaters in
Vote
the
for
country.
V.
Get your subscription now. Log on to thehanovertheater.org or call 877-571-SHOW.
Summer sizzling savings are on at Linders. Actually, it's the same great prices you'll find year-round. Hi, I'm Paul Kowalas, president of Linders, and yes, you can save on a quality pre-owned vehicle this summer or anytime. We have late model cars, trucks, SUVs, all in stock at a great price every day, and most still under factory warranty.
Like a 2016 Cadillac SRX Luxury All-Wheel Drive for $36,900.
Visit us on Granite Street in Worcester anytime and discover why year after year Linders is voted the best place to buy your next car.
If you run one truck or a fleet of trucks, you know that downtime is costing you money. Hi, this is Justin Jarvis from New England Truck Solutions, the new state-of-the-art Hino dealer in North Smithfield. We specialize in total support. Hino offers class 4 through 7 trucks and is a name you can trust. Why choose Hino? Because of their outstanding dependability, fuel efficiency, and they're backed by the industry's best warranties. So when you put a Hino truck into your fleet, you can do so with complete confidence. For service, our factory-trained ASC certified mechanics will do the job right. New England Truck Solutions is the authorized Hino dealer servicing all of southern New England, including eastern Connecticut. I'm inviting you to stop in our award-winning facility just off Route 146 in North Smithfield and meet our staff. Have one of our certified Hino representatives spec out the right truck for you. Give us a call at 401-659-0020 or visit us on the web at anytrucksolutions.com.
Hi, welcome back. I'm attorney Allison Cohen, Lady Law from Cohen Law Services on News Radio 580 AM, 94.9 FM, Worcester's News, Weather, and Traffic Station. So glad you tuned in today. Everybody who's listened to this show for many years now, over 4, celebrating my 4+ anniversary. This is a show about planning, and I've said each week on the show, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. The point being is that it's about knowledge. Knowledge leads to power. Power comes through awareness. How do we do that? We do that by working together as a community to transition through all of these things together with integrity. That's what I'm thinking about when I listen to this song by V, when I'm sitting here with Maria and understanding the great services and work that Autism Behavioral Services does. V has been kind enough to call in. V Meadows is a rapper. He has produced a video and a song for indie.com. He is raising money for Autism Society of America. V, give us all the information so folks know what to do, where to go, how to vote for you and your song.
Okay, well, the song right now can only be seen and viewed and heard on indie.com. And keep in mind, indie is spelled INDI.com. So basically what you want to do is go to that site. If you go to the search bar and punch in Vrsytal, and you have to spell my name correct, it's not spelled the traditional way, which is Vrsytal. If you punch that in the search bar, you'll find me. But you want to look for the in-camp challenge, because I have several challenges on there. But the challenge that means the most right now and that is current to view is the in-camp challenge, NCAM. And once you find that, you go on, you can like it, and then a screen will pop up. A lot of people are intimidated by that because they think they're forced to sign up. All you got to do is close the screen out, and then you push the follow button, and you can follow me, and then you close that screen out. And then the third thing is that you want to copy that link. If you don't want to sign up to the site, you just want to copy the link from the address bar up top. Copy that link, go to your Facebook or wherever you want to share it, and share it. The most important thing is like, follow, and share it. And once you do that, you can help me win this contest. Now also, for any of you that have talent, it doesn't matter what type of talent it is. I mean, if you look at Mario Lopez, I'm beating him right now, but his talent was juggling oranges. And it's all for a good cause, so it's all for fun. So you can do any talent you want for about a minute or so. You can do it longer if you want. And once you record your challenge, just follow the instructions on the page. You have to do a call out, call someone out call 2 more people out to do a challenge. And once you complete that, you upload it to indie.com. Once you upload it, you just have to wait for them to approve it. Once they approve it, they'll send you a link. Now, what happens is, when you do it, you want to choose Autism Society of America, because that's the only way you can help me. I'm in the lead right now as the #1 individual with the most views.
You are in the lead, and we love this, V. This is what makes this show so great. We're working with such great people. Like, follow, share. Those are the 3 steps. I want to make sure, like, follow, share. Folks, if you need help walking through this, we'll help you. 508-366-8805. We're happy to stand by, do whatever we can, because this message is so powerful, V. When you look at some of the words that you wrote, I love the refrain from the Storm, stop judging, I was born this way, I want you to accept me now. I mean, that's absolutely poetic. It's brilliance. It really is. The video, the song, you've done it all, my friend. How did you get involved with Nasim Audi, Autism Behavioral Services? How did that connection come about? Because I want to sort of tie these 2 pieces together. We've got Maria here in the studios with us, which is graciously happy to drive up on a Saturday morning to Paxton. How did that work out?
First of all, hello, Maria. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Do you have any questions for V, Maria?
No.
Okay.
This is awesome. I've never met somebody so famous, so this is really cool.
It's all good. All right, V. So tell us the connection between you and Nasim Audi, and how this all came to pass.
Well, you know, I believe it was back on June 28th. I decided to do a email marketing campaign. So the first thing I did was I went to Autism Society of America, since the money is for them, and I actually went in and retrieved all of their branches throughout America, their email addresses. Once doing that, putting that data together, it took a long time for me to do it. I did it alone. And it's all 50 states, and each state has, more than 1 chapter in each state. But anyhow, I did that, and after doing that, that was early in June. But sporadically, I would go on and just kind of look up autism organizations, and I would send them emails. And that's what happened with the same. I did that. Just one day, and when I look back at my records, he was the only person that I sent something out to that day. And I sent him, and it was just a quick email saying, hey, I think you may like this video that I came up with. And he sent me an email back saying, we'll check it out. If it has anything to do with autism, we'll share it. And then after doing that, he contacted me later on and said that he was interested in teaming up with me to help push this effort across the world. And ever since then, that's what we've been doing. I mean, I'm just, this guy has amazed me to get the backing from someone all the way out of Massachusetts. It's quite amazing. It's a blessing.
It is a blessing, V. We feel that way. I'm so grateful that you took the time to call into the show today. We want everybody to go out there. This is so important because it's $50,000. There's the idea of the challenge, the win, all of that good stuff. But in the end, it's $50,000 to this charity that's going to help raise awareness to this next level of acceptance, which is what we're doing right now. We're moving forward with a grassroots effort, starting from, I believe, right here in Massachusetts. It's now going nationwide. V, there's nobody better to take it all the way through. So tell everybody again, the listeners, because we're running short on time, what do they need to do in about a minute to make sure that they vote for you?
Yes, once you go to Indie.com to the IndieCam Challenge, you see me in the lead. You want to watch my video, you want to share it, you want to follow, and you want to like. And you can also come up with a talent of your own for about a minute, upload it to Indie.com, make sure you choose Autism Society of America. Once you do that, and then you upload it, you just wait for them to send you the approval. Once they send you the approval link, you just go on and start sharing it on your Facebook account. Any views and shares and likes and follows you get will go towards Autism Society of America, helping me to stay in the lead for the $50,000 to go to this charity.
V, it sounds great. Okay, in 15 seconds, my friend, can you hum a couple of bars of Happy Birthday to my little girl, Sophia, because I think she'd love it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sophia. Happy birthday to you.
You're the greatest, V. God bless you. I appreciate it. All right, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on. I want to thank Maria Noriega from Autism Behavioral Services. This show is just, it's reaching new heights, friends, and I appreciate it. And I'm privileged and honored to be part of this autism awareness to autism acceptance movement. Don't forget to tune in each week, Monday through Friday, to the Jim Polito Show, and listen to me Friday mornings for live legal analysis on his show at 8 o'clock. You've been listening to Lady Law News Radio 580 AM, 94.9 FM, Worcester's news, weather, and traffic station. God bless and have a great week.
The information discussed on this program is provided to you for